so many people and so many of you guys, viewers, are making your own Poppy Playtime prototype redesigns and fan designs of all descriptions. They are incredible, very impressive, very imaginative. I have looked through quite a few of them and I'll be looking through more in this video. All of the designs featured in this video are from the new Kirbyster Plays Community page. Thank you to all of you who have submitted designs so far. Even if your design isn't featured in a video, I guarantee you I have seen it and it is brilliant. Before we begin, I'm Kirbyster Plays, how you doing? My 10-year-old son loves drawing the prototype and its other variations. Hope you like the artwork. My son Elijah is a big fan of your channel. Well, thank you. When I was 10, I used to love drawing and I used to watch videos exactly like the ones that I now make, so it's great to have kind of like a full circle moment in that regard. This design is incredibly impressive. Like, it's damning, it's scary, you know, it shows off like the raw fear factor that the prototype can have. Let's see what we have here. Jester hat, it's ripped, good. Shows the passage of time, shows damage. Player character, I can see you've given the player almost like their own design as well, which is very cool. That's something that I would also be interested in seeing from pretty much everyone. What do you think the player character looks like? Because that's a question that we just don't know the answer to. Mummy Longlegs head, Catnap's head. I like that. So you're still keeping note of like the established canon. Like, we knew that Mummy Longlegs was going to be on the design somewhere. And I like that this prototype design has multiple heads. So many people thought that the official prototype design would have multiple heads. And I'm really glad that that idea, that concept is coming to life in more designs than one. So yeah, we're starting off strong in this video. Very, very good design. My prototype. Half of skull, half of robot. Find the flower, the hands, meat legs, and robot legs. I like this one because, yeah, I know, surprisingly, I like this one. It's so silly. I like this one because it perfectly fuses organic and robotic. And that's a big thing with the prototype, is that it used to be a human, and it is now a weird robot android toy. So having a head, and I'm going to zoom in on the head here, this idea of having half skull, half robot, that is fantastic, and it's a broad idea that appeals to so many people. People wanted a skull head, people wanted a robot head, so having both, can you imagine how that would look? That would be amazing, and it would like introduce like the depth and depravity of the experiments that they did on the child who would grow up to become the prototype, that they would fuse their own skull with a robot or with a toy. That's horrifying. I like the idea of like the legs being, for want of a better word, fleshy or organic or like muscle tissue. Very, very strong. Very good. Is it fire? Yes, Korat. Yes, it is. What a design. I love this one. I obviously have to start with the Boxy representation. That's what I do more and more. I'm a big fan of Boxy Boo. Not many people are in this franchise, but if there's Boxy Boo representation, I'm going to make note of it and fast. I like how it's almost like, not like a backpack, but like just the box is mounted to the back of this design, and it's like there's an arm flailing out of it, and also Huggy's arm like attached to the top as well, so like multiple characters and everything. Catnap expelling poppy gas, very, very nice. I like the head. Now, a lot of people have said that the prototype's head looks a lot like Moon from FNAF Security Breach. They're correct about that. This mask looks more like that and more like Eclipse from the Ruin DLC in that game. And I love both of them. I'm a big fan of both of those designs, so yeah, good going, man. I actually have 3 different designs of my prototype. Well, we might as well look through them. Why not? This is, I think, the only prototype fan design in history to have a gas mask as a head. Now, the gas mask, it appeared in the first Chapter 3 trailer, months and months of advance of, like, even the gameplay trailer for that particular title. So the gas mask was an item or a concept that was built up for so long, and I don't think the game did it justice. I think if we kept the gas mask in Chapter 4 and 5, maybe then it would have led up to something, but I really like this. You know, it's another full circle moment, the gas mask being present on the prototype, because let's imagine that the official prototype design was more organic or still more human than a lot of people had been theorizing. Ollie themselves, the child who grew up to become the prototype, could have been susceptible to the poppy gas, so making the prototype wear a gas mask, it's fantastic, and it opens up an avenue to how the prototype could have eventually been beaten. You just take the gas mask off them, and allow them to become a victim of their own poppy gas. Very interesting. Oh, this one's cool because it has a split head. I mean, how can you not look at this design and not immediately be drawn to that? It's a very interesting idea, you know, having a head split in two. I like that. And I love, like, the mashed up combination legs. That's just a very good idea. Monitor head on bronze body. It's a bron monitor, a bronitor. Hashtag bronitor. What a great design. You know, it's so weird, it's wacky, but that's what the prototype is. You go all out with something like this. A redesign for the actual prototype. Jesus, this is horrifying. Can you imagine seeing this in like a dark alleyway or something? I like this because the prototype, although like we now know what the design looks like in face value, in bright environments and stuff like that, keeping part of the design shrouded in a way such as this, by utilising the poppy gas to increase that fear factor, it really works. What a great idea. This is how I thought the prototype well looked like, fan-made, but still great design, Mob. I agree. You know, Mob Entertainment had great standards going into Chapter 5. So many people had so many different ideas about the prototype, which at the time had been built up over 5 years, and it was impossible for Mob Entertainment to please everyone. So that's one thing that I want to make completely clear, is that the official prototype design is great. It's a brilliant effort, and it's a distinctive design. It's just cool. It's just great. I like this one because it looks more unfinished. The prototype is just that. It's an experiment. It's the first attempt to turn a human into a toy. This design gets through that concept of unfinished perfectly, and it only has one arm, and I like prototype designs that only have one arm. Best one so far, buddy. This one is so weird because I can imagine how it moves. You know how like the body is so thin and like the top is so broad, so it would like flail around like a discarded, I guess, Jack-in-the-Box. What a great idea. Smoke reactor. Do you mean like it lights up when poppy gas is around it? I mean, whether or not that's what you intend, I think that's just a really cool concept for the prototype. This one has a saw blade as well. Oh, so cool. The prototype. This is so cool. You know, there is one design concept, one minority in the prototype fan design community, and that is when they just look like such a jumble of parts. It's hard to tell one side from the other. And I like this. A part of me wishes that the prototype was just an incoherent mesh of pieces on feet. And this is kind of what I had in mind in that regard. And it says 1006 on it. I've seen this in the past with a few other fan designs. It's grown to have such an importance, just 1006. So having it explicitly written, what a great idea. All out robotic on this one. I like it. I like how it has one eye and like just the little echoes of colour, and yet it's so predominantly robotic. This prototype design, I assume then, positions the prototype as an experiment that was very early on, before the Hour of Joy happened and before Playtime Co. got eviscerated pretty much. And yeah, that works. This is my redesign of the prototype I already made. I already posted it already, but I want to post it again, and I hope it gets into your video. That is going to be my dream. Well, guess what, Declan? You're in it. You're in the video. You're in the video I'm making right now. I like this one. Again, it has 1006 written on it. Very nice. Not a requirement, but, you know, I like that people who use 1006, they have the title in mind, and a lot of people also think that importance has been lost. It was called Experiment 1006 almost exclusively for a while, so I don't know, it's just nice having it appear on the design, right? I like the mix of arms, like it's jumbled, like they're all mixed up, and it still has Mummy Longlegs on there as well, so at a time this would have been in line with canon. It's just a good idea. Prototype prediction I made the day before Chapter 5. I'm going to take your word for it because there's no reason for me not to. This is so mental. Like, obviously, like the multiple heads, the poppy masks. Are they poppy masks or are they skulls? I assume they must be poppy masks. Having, like, Poppy appear more on the prototype design is something that I was kind of secretly hoping for. Because, chronologically, the prototype and Poppy were made very close together. So, having some kind of symbiotic relationship almost by having parts of Poppy appear in the final design could have been a good idea. Could have been. I like this one as well because the Poppy masks like lead towards an exposed heart, or a heart that's behind like some kind of minimal protection. I think that is really, really cool. And those are all the designs for today. Some fantastic designs there. And I've seen these come through all day on the Kirbyster Plays Community tab. I love every single one of them so far because there's so much imagination. There are so many undiscovered concepts, underutilized concepts. They're so imaginative. So thank you. On the subject of the Kirbyster Plays Community tab, I would really be interested to see as well how you would redesign other villains, like Yarnaby, Boxy Boo, Huggy, Mummy Longlegs and all that. I would like to see your original player character designs. I would like to see your original Doctor designs or Doughy designs, or make your own Poppy Playtime villain OCs. There's something else that's been on the back of my mind for a while, and it's that I need like a proper profile picture. So I'm just going to throw that out there. If you think you have it in you, just from what you've gathered from my channel, to make a Kirbyster Plays profile picture, try it. And I am fully open to using it. Honestly, you could become the face of the channel. I'm just saying. That's all from me. I'm Kirbyster Plays. Subscribe if you'd like. I mean, you can subscribe if you want to. I've got my hands in the air here. You can if you want. Bye.